We continue on the MSG 150 final. Guys, you talk about the NBA in recent years, always an emphasis on a big three. But when you look at the league now, some of the young talent, we have duos that we want to focus in on. And you take a look at some of the guys that potentially could be next-gen duos. For Boston, you got Brown and Tatum, Nuggets, Murray and Jokic, Doncic and KP for Dallas, Booker and Ayton for Phoenix, Ingram and Williamson for the Pelicans, John Morant, Jackson Jr. for the Grizzlies, Young and Collins for Atlanta, Towns and Russell in Minnesota. It's a very interesting time with all of this young talent.
Yeah, now, and just to be clear, this is under 25s. We took all the, we put this together based on who's next, because obviously the best duos are the two MVPs in Houston and Harden and Westbrook.
LeBron and AD.
And Paul George and Kawhi. So we established that they're the best right now. Right. But what's going to be the next generation? So it's under 25 guys. That's how we put this together.
What do you like?
You got to go with Jayson, Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum. Tatum's pushing himself into the MVP conversation. You know, we forget, by the way, Tatum's 21 years old. It feels like he's been there for years. Brown's 23 years old. And they have been an elite team while these two have grown into these roles that they have right now. So, to me, they're only going to get better, right? Tatum's been an all-star. Brown's got that potential. They build well around them. To me, these two could end up being the best duo now over the next couple of years. With the two of them on the court, the way they can play and what Tatum has become this year. And by the way, again, he's 21.
Just turned 22 yesterday, Tatum.
Oh, okay.
It's okay.
22.
All right.
But still, incredibly young still for all the experience that they have.
All right.
I like John Morant, Jaren Jackson. John Morant he's definitely a lock for the Rookie of the Year, but he's got those guys in the playoffs and in the playoff hunt, and no one thought that was going to happen for Memphis.
And look, they're both 20.
He's really playing great. He's averaging 17 and 7 this year. He's an athletic freak. He's like Derrick Rose and Allen Iverson combined into one, and he's shooting 35% from three.
Did you think Morant was going to be this good?
I did. Yeah. Remember, I'm the one who thought I picked him for Rookie of the Year before the whole Zion Williamson injury and all that. I love John Morant's game. I saw him live and in person last year in Connecticut. He's a really, really, really savvy player. He's a very cerebral player, and you kind of forget that because he's so athletic. So you forget he's actually a very cerebral player. And Jaren Jackson, I'd like to see him rebound a little bit more. He averages about 5 rebounds a game, but he's averaging 17 points a game. Shooting 39% from threes, and in his games he's steadily getting better each year, and he's adding new nuances to his game every single year.
Too, which is important.
He's the new age big man because he's averaging a block and a half a game, right? And he also makes the threes. So that's that new age look to him, the unicorn thing that a lot of people have talked about. The fact that they're 20 says that says a lot.
I spoke to Doc Rivers when I was out there in the Clipper land, and they destroyed the Clippers right before the Knicks played the Clips, and they said, this team is coming a lot quicker than anyone in the West anticipated. I mean, they're shocking the Memphis front office, how good they are so quick. They did not expect to be in the playoff hunt yet. They thought they were going to get there in a few years, but it's all happening fast before our eyes out there in Memphis.
How about your duo?
I'm going with Ingram and Zion because I'm trying to keep it really young, and Zion's my man crush. So I'm going to stick with that. But we can't forget Doncic and Porzingis. That's a really good one. And I got laughed at in the preseason when I compared Brandon Ingram to the next Kevin Durant. Well, he's playing like it this year. He's averaging 25 points a game. His PER is 20. He's shooting 47 from the field and 40 from three to go along with Zion Williamson. He's the perfect complement. Zion has really... how good has he been, guys? Since he's gotten on the floor.
What does he need to
He doesn't need to do anything.
Nothing.
Okay.
Stop.
All right.
Bill, stop. Leave it alone.
He is amazing.
Right now, just stop. Don't even think about
This
it.
is where you debate about it.
All right,
He needs to hire the best trainer on the planet.
Okay.
That's all he needs to do to keep him healthy.
Okay. Does he? And the trainer's going to change his body a little?
No, not really. Just keep him in shape.
Change his
Get him
diet?
eating right.
Does it matter?
But as Wally knows, as you become, as you become a pro, your body changes because you just start working out different. You're working out harder. You're working out with other pros.
He's also still
so
19.
young.
He's going to grow. Now, by the way, the other young player on that team is Lonzo Ball. Lonzo Ball's played really well this year as well. He's really starting to come into his own. So they actually do have 3 guys under 25 that you can really talk about to be part of their future. Ingram's the all-star already at 22, and he's been really good. But we stopped talking about him ever since Zion showed up, right?
Don't you guys credit Ingram? He hasn't really
Doesn't care. No. Don't want the attention.
Shots. Zion's getting a lot of the attention, and Ingram.
Ingram's had a monster year.
Yes.
I
Made
think
the All-Star team.
But how
in the
about
West.
Zion's personality helps with this, right? Because he's not
Easy to get
he's
along
not
with. Yeah.
into himself.
And
Right.
his game is easy to get along
Yeah,
with.
he's not seeking the
I mean,
spotlight
R.J.
at
Barrett
all.
last year, he was the one taking all the shots with Duke. Zion was just like, anytime I touch the ball, I'm going to score. You know I'm going to score. So just throw it to me once in a while, and I'll get my 30. He was the most efficient player in, like, the history of college basketball. His PER was in the 40s.
Wow.
It was unbelievable, and he's doing the same thing in the NBA.
Just one more to add, though, that Karl-Anthony Towns and D'Angelo Russell have only played one game together so far. We're not really going to see it probably till towards the end of this year if Karl comes back, and then next year. But that's an intriguing one.
Doncic, Porzingis.
That one.
Well, they're going to be good.
But he's going to be 25, so he's off the list.